Hi all, welcome to my Discrete Math online class. My name is Maganda Tabingwa, and I'll be taking you in this class. I have a bachelor's of information technology. I also have my master's in software engineering. I'm currently a student of management information systems at the PhD level at Walden University. I have teaching experience of over 15 years. I've been teaching since 2008. And I must say that I have quite substantial experience in the area of teaching with a lot of passion in that area. In terms of my experience, I've actually been teaching in a wide area of subjects. For example, digital logic, electronic commerce, software requirements engineering, multimedia systems, web-based development, management information systems, complex and applied systems thinking, artificial intelligence, decision support systems, computer organization and architecture, among many other subjects. There are things I live for as an individual, and among them, I have quite high respect for family. I'm also a God-fearing citizen of Africa, and I also have, I believe in the concept of Pan-Africanism. I believe Africans, we have a lot of gaps in so many things that we need to put such things in order. And I believe that I'm part of that movement. I also believe a lot for the conservation of human race with the high prevalence of the high degradation of the human values. I believe a lot in conserving the human race by conserving our values. I have my personal value. I have my personal why. Why do I talk about my personal why? That besides teaching, I also have things that I do on a personal accord. I have a platform called Tanya Innovations Africa on YouTube, where I have a number of programs. I run a program called the Global Talk. It's a program that has just been launched, among many other things, looking at how we could be able to cause transformation in Africa. Now, back to the subject matter, discrete mathematics. Now, what is discrete mathematics? What is the overall view that you and me could be able to capture about discrete math as a new student? Now, when we talk about discrete mathematics, especially in the areas of computer science and different applications, we basically concentrating on the study of certain data structures within the computer, and we try to use a number of formulas and methods of problem solving to see how we could be able to appreciate those data structures and how we can manipulate them to solve quite a range of computer applications. And for that matter, in this subject, we shall be looking at a number of topics that will help us to digest different problems that come with computer applications and how you can be able to use some of these topics to solve those problems. Now, before we look at the topics that you are going to cover in this subject matter, as we start the semester, we have a number of expectations that you need to have that have been able to create, which I need you to be conscious about. And that can be reflected in what we call the general learning outcomes and the specific learning outcomes on this particular subject matter. Now, in the general learning outcomes, we're looking at things, the general things that we expect, the teaching, the interaction that I'm going to have with you. What are those things that I expect you as a student to have at the end of this class? The general learning outcomes, we basically pick them originally from the 4 C's. Communication skills, collaboration and teamwork, critical thinking, creativity. But we shall be able to add others. Now, what we look in is that through this course, while you will be doing mathematical operations, we still expect you to be able to pick the communication skills, the way you talk to other people, the way you answer the lecturer, the way you respond to your own assignment. All those are different ways of communicating. How do you take instructions when you're given by the lecturer? Now, collaboration and teamwork, Yeah, we know that no man is an island. One of the things we want to teach you, don't come here, don't be a silo, don't be a standalone. Work with others through teamwork, through coursework discussions, experiments. Try to work with your friends. How do you solve some of those problems, the assignments that you're given by discussing with your other colleagues in class? We also be expecting to have critical thinking skills. Are you able to think? Are you able to question the beliefs that you have had when you came in? As you learn some of these formulas, what do you learn? What is it that is changing in your mind? How will you be able to use some of the knowledge that you have acquired to criticize the previous beliefs, or to be able to gauge how you can manipulate the world system? And of course, creativity and design. You know that in today's world, we believe a lot in creativity. We usually say that today's opportunities are created. You don't wait for them. Therefore, as you learn whatever you learn in this class, learn how to apply some of those problem-solving skills to solve computer problems, or try to think outside the box to see where you'll apply this knowledge. Digital literacy is another important general learning outcome. We're in a .com era. It is very important that you need to learn how you can use the computer, PowerPoints, presentation. When you are given work, how can you type it on your own? Those skills are important, because you can't survive in the outside job market or in the job creation without having those skills. We are depending a lot on computer, and it's very important for you as a student to be able to have those skills. So make sure you interact with your computer as much as possible. Then learning how to learn. We know that in today's world, we are continuously learning, and the production of knowledge or information doubles after every 6 months. It's therefore very important as a student to know that I'm only going to empower you with the necessary skills to be able to learn at your own time, because after 6 months or after your course, you will need to be able to survive by getting new knowledge on your own. So it's therefore important for you to learn how to look for resources on the internet, how to know where to get important resources that you require. And another skill is entrepreneurship. It's a very important skill in today's world. You need to be able to find other additional information, whether on the internet or through consultations, and to see how you can fuse it with what you have learned to come out with a unique product in the field. Time management is of very much essence, of course, combined together with integrity. Remember that you will be exposed to a lot of online resources, and it's incumbent upon you as a student to learn how to timetable your time, how to come in class in time, how to ask questions at the right time, and how you should be able to submit your assignments at the right time. With that type of mindset, I'm sure that it would help you to successfully go through this course. Ethical leadership, it's quite a key value in today's world, where we hear about rampant corruption, we hear people getting defaced with so many wrong values, and it's very important that you acquire this through the way you interact with your colleagues in class, and how you take up leadership in case you've been given an assignment to lead your colleagues in class. Okay, so we were talking about the online resources. I'll let you know that when you go on the learning platform, you will find additional PowerPoints. We call them peeping notes. They're just 5 PowerPoints per every topic. So you could be able to look at that and be able to get just introductory information about a particular subject. But we have also been able to attach videos which you can follow specifically about that particular topic. We have also been able to highlight places or pages in the book that you can read in relation to a topic. But like I've told you, don't get lost. Any point where you don't understand, you can always consult, but you can also go online and be able to make a follow-up or be able to investigate further to get concrete, comprehensive information. Now, in discrete math, what topics are we going to cover? Remember that we have talked about the specific learning outcomes, but those learning outcomes will depend on how we're going to teach, learn, and collaborate on this subject, on these different topics. One of the topics you'll be going to expect is a topic about propositional logic. We shall be seeing that besides the human logic, the computer has its own logic. We shall be looking at a number of statements and how they are able to relate depending on different connectives, and how the results vary depending on the type of logical operations that have been carried on those statements. We shall also be looking at what we call the number systems, where I've told you that as humans we use the decimal number system, in the computer we use the binary number system, the hexadecimal number system. Where are these applied? How do you convert from one number system to the other? We shall also be looking at sets and functions as a topic. We shall look at Boolean algebra. Other than the normal algebra that we know, we shall be looking at the Boolean algebra, the algebra of 1 and zeros. Okay, we shall look at the graph theory and its application. We shall look at the different types of graphs in the computer system. We shall also look at a topic called combinatorics, okay, and permutations. We shall look at probability, the ability to gauge chances of something happening, or chances of certain actions or results happening whenever certain operations are carried out, and therefore we shall also be able to look at that topic. Proof and counting, yes, we know that with discrete data, they are isolated data structures. We therefore want to look at the skill of how we do the counting of those those isolated objects. Induction is another topic, recursions, matrices, and relations. Then we shall finally look at algorithm analysis. In computer, we have a lot. You'll find algorithms applied in so many of the computer application. So many of the computer applications. It's therefore important for you to understand the theory behind it and how you can use it in different computer programs. Lastly, we're going to look at assessments. At the end of the day, we need to find out whether you have understood the subject matter, and therefore there are certain minimum expectations of you to either have passed this subject or not. I'll start with, we have formative and summative assessments. We have continuous assessments, and they're mainly geared to help us assess whether you are learning and what we need to change to be able to help all of you to learn well. And of course, you are learning at different speeds. You will find multiple choice questions on your platform, and they are weekly. You need to work on them to gauge whether you have actually understood what you are learning. We also have essay questions, which will be required to also attempt to go a little bit just from memory to understanding. So those questions are already there. You could attempt them and gauge whether you are actually understanding the subject matter. But in week 6, after 6 weeks from the beginning, we're going to give you what we call Cut 1 or Continuous Assessment 1. And then somewhere in week 9 or week 11, we shall give you Cut 2. Now, each of those cut or continuous assessment tests will consist of 20 marks. Okay, so Cut 1 is 20 marks, Cut 2 is 20 marks, which gives you 20 marks out of 100. Your final exam at the end of the subject matter will be out of 100%, but we shall extrapolate it to 60% mark. So at the end of your semester, when you do the exams, we shall take the Cut 1 marks out of 20%, the Cut 1 marks out of 20%, add to the Cut 2 to form 40%, add to what you'll have scored in the exam out of 60%, then we shall get the final results. Basically, those will be key modes of assessments, but besides that, on your chatboard, we shall always be giving you extra assignments to gauge, to be able to gauge your higher order thinking skills. Yeah, like if we ask you to go into the chat, make some discussions, make some postings, there will be marks that we can always be able to assign to those type of activities, and we shall see how we can harmonize or integrate them into these continuous assessments. I welcome you once again to the Discrete mathematics class. I hope that this intro will be able to help you to seamlessly go through your course and to successfully be able to learn and meet the minimum requirements of this course. Welcome once more. We shall start our topic 1, topic 2 until we finish the rest of the topics. So please tune in for the next class. Thank you.